Hey guys, what is going on? It's Johnny Two Thumbs 17 here, bringing you another episode of my Football Manager 2016 Unemployed Start Save. Currently still at Stevenage in my second season. Before we get started, I of course have to do my plug party. Be sure to like and favorite this video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Follow my video game blog on Tumblr and follow me on Instagram. The name for all those sites is Johnny Two Thumbs 17, and as always, those links will be down below in the description. So, real quick, I just wanted to go over this recent transfer window. No games this video, just all about the transfer action from January to February. So first, let's talk about who we took out. I believe last episode I mentioned that Pet, Hughes, and McComb were leaving. We also sold Morelli and we sold Zoko. These guys just really didn't have any place in our roster. They weren't quite the sort of players that we were looking for, and the majority of them were pretty upset because they weren't getting playing time. And you could see we barely made any money off of these transfers. Morelli is the only person that brought in money with 19,000. Really, the idea was just to free up some payroll space. The problem we had was that I sort of finally got comfortable with sort of the core of the team, but most of our contracts end in 6 months, or it would be 5 months now, and we had zero money to extend or to re-sign people, I should say, because I was operating maybe like 100,000 over our payroll budget, so we had zero money. To give you an idea, uh, I've mentioned before that Dean Perrette is kind of like, even though he's out this season, he's one of our key players. I mean, he has just been a beast. He was asking for 150,000, and before these transfers, the most I could offer him was 115. So that deal was never going to work. So we had people like Zoko who were making, anywhere from 80 to $100,000, and they just weren't playing. So it would have been nice to have sold them, but really we just wanted to get their payrolls off the books. So Pet, Hughes, McComb, Morelli, and Zoko are all out. We were pretty active in signing some free agents. Still looking for sort of the right mix of people. The first person we signed was Liam I have no clue how to say his last name. McAllendon? McAllendon. I'm just going to go with Liam. That's easier to say. We're still looking for, a striker. And this guy comes rated really highly. The problem, as we've run into with all of our strikers, is that his finishing is horrible. But aside from that, he has a lot of really good stats. He's really just lacking in his finishing, which I think he's 23 right now. Probably I think we're still training him on some physical things. After this, we'll probably just focus on his finishing and try to get that raised. He's played decently for us. Not great, not great, but you see 6 matches, 2 goals, 6.65 rating. Not very high yet, but he's still kind of getting into the squad. I think there's some decent potential there. Our next step was because since we lost quite a few midfielders, either through the transfers or through injuries, I went out and signed sort of the best box-to-box midfielders on the free agent market. And the first guy was Sasha Petchi. I'm probably butchering his name, but whatever. See, 24-year-old out of Togo. Great stats, really good physical stats. As far as what we're looking for in a, should get to the right thing, box-to-box midfielder, pretty good stats all around. From an offensive perspective, not the greatest, but he brings a lot to the table with his work rate and some of his mental stats, and his physical stats are pretty impressive. So he should fit in nicely. The next midfielder we brought in is a little bit older, a 30-year-old Fareed Hazim. Again, sort of a natural box-to-box midfielder. Not the greatest offensive threat, just kind of okay. Pretty much what you would kind of expect from a midfielder. But again, good physical stats, really well-rounded mentally. So these two players should help out quite a bit in our midfield. McAllister has not played great, which was disappointing because he was our starter to go into the season. Conlon has been a beast as of late. He actually won a Skybet Player of the Month, I believe, last month. He's been playing really well, but with the injuries we've had, these guys are definitely going to free up, or not free up, but kind of relieve the pressure we have on us. I also signed a couple of prospects off the free agent market. We have Mathis Hardy, a 19-year-old, training him as a wingback. Still has some developing to do, but overall, really a good foundation for what we're looking for in terms of our wingbacks. Pretty good, say decent-ish physical stats, pretty well-rounded mentally. Offensively, he's not going to put too much pressure. I mean, his crossing's pretty low, but that's something I think we could train up. And you see he's a current 2-star, potential 3.5 right now. Kind of experiment. I'm expecting pretty good things from this guy. We're going to work him in, give him a few matches for experience, but overall, just a pretty well-rounded young player. And then we also signed another 20-year-old defender from the Congo, Mombella. Still trying to find our right mix of central defenders, because our defenders have not been good. Aside from Barbier, it's been rough. So again, this guy, pretty good stats for what we're looking for, especially for a young player. Pretty well-rounded mentally, which is good to see. A decent physical foundation. I'm pretty sure we could build on that. Good tackling, okay marking, decent heading. He has a lot of just a good solid foundation for us to work from. So that wraps it up for our transfers for this past transfer window. I'm pretty happy with our deals. I would have liked to have gotten money for the players that we sold, but it was our most important priority was just getting their payrolls off the books. And I'm really happy about the players we got to bring in. If we take a moment and look at where we are in the league, we've been bouncing around quite a bit. The top half of the league is pretty close. So, one win or one draw kind of pushes you all over the place. We actually fell out of the playoff spots because of a draw. So we're currently in 10th place. I had a bit of a rough go recently, but I think the team is starting to come together. We've been playing pretty well over the last couple of matches. I think, once we kind of gel in, I think we now have a really good foundation for our team as far as like the core goes. So I think as we head towards the end of the season here, I think we're in a pretty good spot. Certainly to finish top half, which was our goal, but I would not be incredibly surprised if we could get into a playoff spot. Maybe not into the promotion, but we're definitely aiming for a playoff spot. Anyways, that's going to do it for now, guys. Once again, I'm Johnny Two Thumbs 17. Be sure to like and favorite this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and Instagram. The name is Johnny Two Thumbs 17. And as always, those links will be down below in the description. So next time we'll bring you guys some game footage. But until then, peace.